At noon, 12 p.m. Mr. Green, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I am temporarily chairing this meeting until the election of the chair and vice chair is conducted. After the election of both the chair and the vice chair, I will turn the gavel back over to the newly elected chair for this current school year. The first order of business is the election of the chair. Is there a nomination for a school board member to serve as chair for the upcoming school year?
I'd like to nominate Terry Berenborg.
Second.
Terry Berenborg, first and second. Ms. Berenborg, you accept that nomination?
Sure.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Okay. Ms. Berenborg, congratulations, you are the chair for the upcoming year. At this time, I will take nominations for the vice chair of the school board.
I would like to make a nomination.
Okay,
I'd like to nominate Jackie Rosario.
is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there a second?
I'll second my own.
Which means you accept the nomination. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No.
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 Motion does not carry. As such, I will open the floor again for nominations for vice chair.
I'd like to nominate Dr. Peggy Jones.
Second?
It's been a first and a second. Doc Jones, are you willing to serve?
Sure.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. My job here is, well, this part of my job is done. My job's not done. But I will turn the gavel back over to the chair, Ms. Berenborg, to facilitate the remainder of this agenda.
Okay. Thank you. One of the jobs of the chair is also to decide on the arrangement of the seating, and I think Mr. Dyer, since you're new, it'd be appropriate for you to sit next to the superintendent probably and me. So if you don't mind just changing places, that would be helpful, I think.
Okay.
Right now?
Probably, yes. We'll take a recess. All right, we will resume our meeting. Thank you all for moving. We are to 3A, the amended approval of business meeting dates and times. Any discussion on that item?
Yes,
Ms. Rosario, you are recognized.
yes, the calendar, I spoke to the superintendent about this, and they have made the change
I
already.
can't hear you. Is her mic on? Okay,
Hello? Can you hear me? Is that better?
yes.
Got it, okay. I spoke to the superintendent about this. I don't know if it was actually changed, but there were some dates, sometimes here, February 10th, safety and security meeting is on the schedule to begin at 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. And then we begin our workshop at 12 p.m. And if you skip to September 9th, safety and security meeting, that starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 11, and then the workshop starts at 12. So we have an hour in between as a break. And what I suggested to the superintendent is to change the first meeting so that it reflects 9 to 11, gives us an hour in between that break.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
And then,
Anybody else want to talk about that? Okay.
and then, Dr. Moore, do you want to talk about November 17th, the organization meeting next year, or keep it as it? So, I guess I should just preface what I'm asking. This year was the first time that we've ever had a workshop on the same day as an organization meeting, especially during an election year. So it kind of throws, in my view, it throws things a little off. We just never had it. We just went straight into a business meeting, you know, after the, whatever it was, we went straight into organization, and you all know. So I kind of think that moving forward, we need to keep that into consideration and just go back to just having it regular organization. We could find another place in the month. I mean, it's not something that I'm completely tied to, but it just kind of, the flow of the day is a little bit easier. Dr. Moore and I talked, I'll let him share what he said to me, but I think we were kind of on the same page. It doesn't necessarily affect next year, but I just wanted to throw it to him because I know he wanted to kind of sit on my recommendations for next year as well. And again, I'm open to have the discussion.
Through the chair, completely at the will of the board. I think the discussion that I had with Ms. Rosario was if there was one less meeting on a busy day, and I knew 1 year in advance, coordinating the agenda items for that workshop, I can do in a previous month. So I would not be recommending a shift of a meeting, but the canceling of that particular meeting, as today is a little bit rushed. So that would be my thoughts.
So during election year, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Not on an off election year, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I just didn't know if anybody else had any questions about that.
Yeah, I do have
Comments?
a question about November 17th. It's a Monday, I think. And isn't it supposed to be on a Tuesday?
Only on election years.
Only on election years, okay, I wanted to make sure. And then September 9th, that always has to be on that particular day?
Correct. If
Okay.
they're highlighted in yellow, they're specific
Okay,
dates in which.
I wanted to make sure, okay. So any other discussion on the calendar?
I have one. On the July 15th, I understand that that is a very short meeting. I am not in town that particular day. I'd like to know if we could combine it with a July 28th, or if not, can we do the entire meetings on July 15th? And I would then try to change my arrangement so I could be there for the day of the 15th.
That's a mandatory.
Yeah,
We
both of
can't-
those
that-
are required
That day can't be
dates.
changed.
Yeah,
Required date.
both
Which
of them.
one? Both of those
Both
are
of those,
required
yes.
days?
You can
So I
also,
will be online
You
on
can
the
be
July
online.
15th meeting, so I will say that in advance,
Yep.
because I know I will not be here.
yep, you can be on Zoom, or
Okay.
Teams, sorry.
As long as we have a
Yep.
quorum.
Yes, as long as we have a quorum of 3 here.
Okay?
All right, so I'm going to call for a motion to adopt the regular meetings of the school board.
I make a motion?
Mr. Rosario, second.
Second.
Dr. Pasca. Any other discussion? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It passes 5-0. Approval of regular meetings of the school board. This is the place that we meet. So we are currently meeting in the TEC, which is the Joanne Idlette Teacher Education Center. And it's located at 6500 57th Street, for the record, Vero Beach, Florida, 32967. And this is where the public can be served for a meeting. This is probably the best place that we have in the district, seeing that we already have everything in place. But any discussion on that? All those in, I need a motion.
Make a motion to approve the meeting place.
Okay, Dr. Jones?
Second.
Mr. Dyer? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed to meeting here? Passes 5-0. Official appointments by the chair. The first appointment is MPO, which is, we need to elect a committee member and an alternate for this one-year voting position. Last year, the committee meets second Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. at the County Administration Building B, Conference Room B1-501. Last year, Mr. McDonald served and Ms. Rosario was the alternate. This is a one-year voting position. Any discussion? Any board members interested?
I'll remain as the alternate.
Is there anyone else that would like to take it?
I'll do it.
Okay. Mr. Dyer, anyone else interested? Okay, so the member would be Mr. Dyer, and then the alternate would be Ms. Rosario. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I don't think we need to vote on these, do
I
we?
was just,
No, we just go through them.
Your appointments.
Okay. All right, official appointments by the chair for the alternate for the Economic Development Council. This committee meets the third Tuesday of the odd number months at
Can't get on the
3:30
freaking computer, I have to sign in again.
in the conference room B1-501. Last year, Dr. Jones was the member and Mrs. Rosario was the alternate, served in their fourth year. This is a four-year voting position. Do you want to continue to remain in that position?
I do.
Okay,
I'll remain as alternate.
okay, so Dr. Jones and alternate is Ms. Rosario. Okay, official appointment, Planning and Zoning Commission member with an alternate for this four-year non-voting position. The commission meets the second and fourth Thursday of every month at 7 PM in the County Commission Chambers, Building A. I have served, this is my third year, it is a four-year position. Dr. Posca serves as the alternate. Is there anyone interested in it? Okay, I will do it again.
I can remain as an alternate.
Okay. Okay. Got it. City of Vero Beach Planning and Zoning Commission. This commission meets first and third Thursdays of the month at 1:30 in City Hall. Last year, Dr. Jones served. This is a one-year non-voting position. Dr. Jones, are you interested?
Yes.
Anyone else? All right,
Be a second if you need.
okay. There is an alternate for this, thank you. Okay,
I
and
don't
then
see, Madam Chair, are you on D?
I'm on 4 official appointments.
Yeah, for letter D.
D.
There's no alternate.
It says alternate on here. My notes say alternate.
There's no alternate on the agenda. None of these have an alternate. D, E, F.
Okay,
G.
well, I'm going to go with what I have here written.
Well,
And
we
then-
should go on what's on the agenda and make sure, because then we're going to be assigning people that we don't need to assign.
Just point of order.
Yeah, point of order. Does it matter if we put an alternate down or not?
Thank you, through the chair. I think it's a good idea to have an alternate.
Okay, thank you.
Um,
All right.
Well, we
Moving
had
on.
this, point of order, we had this
4E.
discussion last year, and the discussion was about an assigned alternate. And then if the assigned alternate wasn't there, I'm sorry, and then does it need to be, just because you select one, does it need to be a voting item or an item on our agenda the following year? And it's just a
It's not voted on
point,
anyway.
I'm
Ms.
talking to
Rosario.
the attorney, please. And so the issue here is, if it's not on here, is it then required? Because then if you don't have one for D, if you look at E, F, G, are we then going to assign an alternate for all of those as well? Does that mean that we then have to assign an alternate for every single one of these positions?
Thank you. So through the chair, for these are non-voted items where the chair makes the appointments, and they do that based on, getting consensus of the group. So if the consensus of the group is that they want to appoint alternates and the chair appoints alternates, that would be in keeping with your policies and procedures. And I think it's typically a good idea to have alternates for positions in case the main person is unable to attend for some reason.
Yep,
Um,
I agree. Thank you. Is anybody else opposed to having an alternate? Okay, thank you. All right, moving on. 4E, City of Sebastian Planning and Zoning Commission. Commission met first and third Thursday of the month at 6 PM in City Hall. Dr. Posca served in his second year. This is a 3-year non-voting position. Dr. Posca, would you like to serve again?
Sure, unless somebody else would like to do it, I can do that.
Anyone want to serve on Sebastian or be the alternate? Okay. Do we have an alternate that'd be willing to serve for Sebastian City Council?
Yes, I would be
Zoning
willing.
and planning?
Yes, I
Okay.
would.
Dr. Jones, thank you. All right, official appointments by the Chair, City of Fellsmere Planning and Zoning. They meet the first and third Thursday of the month at 7 PM. That's always a good time. And last year, Dr. Peggy Jones served. This position is a one-year non-voting position. Anybody want to serve on that?
I mean, I will continue to serve. I just like to get into new areas if I can, but if no one else wants to, I will continue with Fellsmere.
Okay. Does anybody want to be the alternate? I will be. All right, official appointments by the Chair, City of Indian River Shores Planning and Zoning Commission, one-year non-voting position. This was, Mr. McDonald served this past time. It's the second Tuesday of every month at 9:30 at City Hall. Is there anyone that's interested in serving?
I'll continue with that.
Okay. Mr. Dyer, is there someone that would like to be the alternate? I'll be the alternate. All right. Appointment for County Commission's Value Adjustment Board, the VAB, one committee member and one alternate for this one-year voting position. Florida State Statute 194.015, the Value Adjustment Board is an independent forum created by Florida Statute Chapter 194 to provide property owners with the opportunity to appeal their property value or denial of an exemption, classification, or tax deferral. Last year, Ms. Rosario was reappointed as committee member and Dr. Jones was the alternate. The board meets twice a year. The final meeting being between January and May, and organizational meeting in July or August. The time is to be determined. County Administration Building A, room A2-511. It's a one-year voting position. Anybody that's interested in that?
I'll keep it.
Is there anyone else interested in it?
Yeah, and if I really do enjoy being on that. I'll be alternate if that helps.
Okay. There was someone that came forward and asked if we could have somebody new. Are you still able to serve, or? Okay. Just asking.
Yeah.
All right. Official appointments by the Chair, Executive Roundtable. The roundtable meets the last Thursday of every month at 9 a.m. in the United Way Building. Last year, Ms. Rosario served as a member. Dr. Peggy Jones was alternate. It's a one-year voting position. Anyone interested in that one?
I'll do the alternate.
Okay.
I'll do the main.
Okay. Official appointments by the Chair, Treasure Coast Council of Local Governments. It's a one-year non-voting, it says non-voting, but it is a voting position. The committee meets the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. in the Roger Poitras Annex Building, Conference Room number 3 in St. Lucie County. I served for the last couple of years. I'm willing to serve again unless somebody else wants to serve. You go down to St. Lucie. Okay. Is there anybody who'd like to be the alternate? It's a good group. It's actually a fun time. There are donuts.
Really selling this one.
All right.
When does it meet?
I'm sorry?
When does it meet?
It meets the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. Okay. All right, board-appointed committee, appointment as the district school board's legislative liaison for a one-year non-voting position. Legislative liaison position was established by the district school board on 11/22/2011. This position requires extensive knowledge of local, state, and federal issues. Last year, Mrs. Berenborg stayed on as the district school board legislative liaison with Ms. Rosario as the alternate. It is a one-year non-voting position. I am serving as the state legislative committee chair, so I'd be willing to do this again because it kind of works with that. I also don't charge the district for this because I go up there anyway. All right. Is there anybody willing to be alternate?
I'll remain alternate.
Okay. All right. This one has a vote. So, let's see. Okay, so I need a motion then
For what we
for
just,
Berenborg for the position and Rosario for the alternate.
so move, make a
Okay.
motion.
Second.
Okay, Jones and Dyer. All those in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, passes 5-0. Board-appointed committee, appointment to the Indian River Education Fund Board, member for the one-year non-voting position. This is new. The fund board shall meet at least once annually on such date, time, and place as the fund board shall determine, with 14 days prior written notice to the fund directors and members of such annual meeting. In addition to the directors who are elected, the fund board shall also include the following: non-voting ex officio directors, superintendent of schools for Indian River County. A member of the school board of Indian River County shall be the designate at each school board organizational meeting for a one-year term. Are there any board members interested in this?
I'll be
I
interested.
would be interested.
Okay, Ms. Rosario and Mr. Dyer. Anyone else interested?
I'm also interested.
You're interested as well. Okay. Any discussion? All right. Then I'm going to call for a motion, well, I got to call for a motion for one of you. So I'll call, you want to call
Is
for
this a
motion?
voting item?
It is. It's a voting item. Does anybody want to call for a motion? I can't.
Why?
To nominate
Do you want to
someone?
make, yes, nominate somebody. There are three of us that interested.
Wait, I'm sorry, point of order. Why, I'm sorry, Molly, what makes this a voting item?
Through the chair, if you look at your agenda, the item 4 was appointments by the chair, and now we're on item 5, which is your board appointments.
It doesn't say board appointments. Oh, yeah,
Board
board appointed
appointed
committee. So these all need a vote?
Yes,
For them?
these three do.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay, would you like to make a motion, Dr.
Yeah,
Jones? You're in the middle of that.
Why
Go
don't you
ahead.
do it first come, first serve?
Would you like to make a motion, anybody?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion
Okay,
for me to sit on the education fund.
okay.
Second.
All those in, let's vote for it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
No.
No. I didn't hear your vote.
Aye, yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ms. Rosario is our board-appointed committee person.
Rosario, I'm sorry, did I hear the wrong? I thought Peggy was the one that was moved.
No, it was Rosario.
Then I vote no.
Well, you already voted.
So you have to
You
make a
already voted,
motion.
you just cast your vote.
Okay, hold on.
You gotta make a motion to undo it.
You just cast your
Point
vote.
of order, I heard a
No.
motion from
Okay,
Peggy.
okay. I need the attorney to weigh in on this, please.
Yes, so here, if it was not clear what the vote was, then the board member should be able to vote on what is clear. If we believe the vote's already been done, then there can be a motion to reconsider.
Okay.
So I would say that would be, the distinction is, was it clear or not clear? And then,
It was not clear to me.
okay.
I'd
so
like to
then-
make a motion to reconsider.
Okay, motion to reconsider. All those in favor for a motion to reconsider, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Opposed?
Opposed.
Okay. All right. Would anyone else like to make a motion then?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Dave Dyer for this position.
Okay, I need a second.
Can I second myself?
can.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Opposed.
Okay. It passes 3-2. All right, board-appointed committee, third one, appointment to the district objection committee. This is where each board member selects a person to be on this committee. The committee shall be comprised of the following 11 voting members: one media center specialist coordinator or school district employee who holds a valid education media certificate, 5 parents of a child enrolled in the district-operated school appointed by each board member. Parents selected for the committee may not be employed by the school district. 2 classroom teachers, 2 instructional coaches, 1 school-based administrator. At the first convened meeting, the member shall select an individual to chair this meeting. The primary role of the chair will be to facilitate discord in accordance with the procedures outlined below. Member qualifications. Each parent appointed to serve on this committee must have a child enrolled in the school district. The petitioner cannot serve as a voting member. Members should be not consist of elected officials or candidates for elected office. and term of service. Okay, each board member is appointing one parent to participate in the district objection committee. The parent must be of a child enrolled in the district-operated school. The parent selected for the committee may not be employed by the school district. Dr. Pasca, do you have someone selected?
Christy Tankersley Maledo.
Okay.
It's the same as last year,
Okay.
Dorian.
All right. And Mrs. Rosario?
Colleen McCallum, same person as last year.
Dr. Jones?
Katie Carr, same person as last year.
Okay, Mrs. Berenborg selects LaDonna Corbin, same person as last year. And Mr. Dyer?
Laura Torres, same person as last year.
Okay, that didn't change at all. Thank you. All right, information. The County School Planning Elected Office Officials Oversight Committee. Membership bylaws require that the chairman of the school board hold this position. The committee meets once a year, date and time to be determined. And with this, we will, the meeting will be adjourned at 12:26. Oh, sorry. Doesn't say to vote.
We don't
It's
need
just
to vote on
appointment
that.
committee. Okay? Thank you. All right. Yep. And we're going to adjourn at 12:26.